YF refrigerant charge, 445 grams, 2022 Honda HRV. So we're ready to charge, and I had somebody ask me, why do I charge through the high side liquid? Why don't I do vapor through the low side? Well, one, I don't have to run the engine. Two, I could do it in 20 or 30 seconds to 60 seconds or less without running the engine. So we have the low side off. We're going to kill the vacuum here. Vacuum is off, and we already have the liquid. We have it on the scale. We have it weighed. We have it zeroed out. Let's put that right here so we could see both at the same time. We have the high side open. Remember, we need roughly 445 grams of YF refrigerant. So that's there. Let's open up the liquid and see how long that takes. 1, 2, 3, go. So now we're going in. We need 440. Count how many seconds does it take, and this will answer your question why I do liquid through the high side. And we're coming up on it. Let me shut it off. 440, I'll live with that. That's good enough. All right. Now let's get methods of leak testing. So one method, Big Blue, this micro leak detector, works really good. If you can't afford anything else, I know everyone will go, oh, but we have soapy bubbles. This actually works better than soapy bubbles, and it lasts much longer. I'm trying to get it set up right here. All right, so you just do like anything and just put that on there, and it stays wet for a very long time. That is the advantage of this leak detector solution. And then get your little mirror. Put the mirror on the back side if you can't see it with a flashlight, so you can see the back. We're already charged. Other method of leak detect, the best leak detector that I've come other than the H10 is this Infracon D-Tech Stratus. That is the other one. And then you have your ultrasonic leak detector. This is your other method of looking for leaks. Then you have your UV dye, and I always recommend for your first UV light, the UV Beast or the little Conroy have been the two best UV lights for the money for the spectrum of 365 nanometers, because there's different wavelength nanometer UV lights for different manufacturers. Dye that has been put into the refrigerant systems that were specifically made for specific wavelengths, and some work better with different combinations of lights and dyes. All around, this has been the best one. So we're now filled. Let's start this guy up. Okay, so our outside ambient temperature right now is 56 degrees. If you can see that right there. Our refrigerant should already be in there. Oh yeah, 56. I don't have my temperature sensor hooked up to this to automatically, so I manually put in the temperature. And let's start data logging. And we're not 410. You can tell I was using 410 the other day. Our refrigerant we're using is YF refrigerant. Okay. You see all these different refrigerants? These are all the different refrigerants. So you guys in automotive, you don't know this, but these are all the different refrigerants we use when we go into residential, commercial, and industrial. Something you don't know anything about. So let's get down to our narrow little thing in automotive. Years ago, we used to use R22, and we have R12, then we went to 134, and then here's YF. So let's do our data tracking with some pressures. We're gonna start this thing up, and let's make sure I have this off. Okay, I don't want to backfeed high pressure with oil back into the system. Okay. Oh, and high pressure nitrogen leak to test. Using your nitrogen, that was another method. Another method you would use for leak testing is helium or hydrogen. With a leak detector is meant specifically for helium and hydrogen. In Europe, they actually have more strict laws about using refrigerant as leak test item. And why am I not data tracking here? Pressure. Are we not connected? Let's go back and let's reconnect. I am missing something. I'm also missing my link tool. There we go. There, I just linked the tool to the software. It automatically, I linked the, and now the pressure temperature sensor. Okay, I'll figure that out later, but we're gonna go for pressure right now. And it's just starting right there. That's our pressure. And let's start up the vehicle. Let's go low temperature. We're at 86 degrees. We want cold. There we go. AC on. And we're gonna see the compressor kick in. There it goes. The compressor just kicked in. And the compressor's on. But I don't have my temperature sensor in here. So let's go get the temperature sensor. And we're going up there. Okay, it looks like our fans just kicked in. Looking at the fans over there. That fan is off. We do have a clutch. The clutch is off and on. And it is a variable displacement compressor. There's the other fan. Okay. So, this vehicle, if you can take a look, let's see. Yeah, I seen something, a puff of something. Just, something happened. I got a little, there must be coolant or water on the condenser, and I'm seeing a little puff of steam came up for a second. But the first time that's what it is. It's my connection. Let's tighten my connection. That was my leak. So these fans are stepped. So that fan comes on there. Okay, you just heard the compressor kick in. There's the compressor kick in. There's that fan, okay, and then that fan. They're not. That one is. So there's a little lag and lead fan. So this fan was coming in first, and then there's like a second or two of lag, and this second fan comes in next. So on this vehicle, this particular year make model vehicles, because all vehicles are different, they have a stepped fan, this one then this one, and it's not going to a high temperature, as you can see right here. Oh, my timed out to save the battery. As you can see, it's not going to a high pressure, it's only going to 170. But this is a cold morning, remember it's 56 degrees, and this vehicle for this manufacturer is allowing the pressure to go up to 170, leaving the fans off until they kick in the fan, and then the fan comes in and takes the pressure down to, looks like about 140 when the fans kick out. So that's how this vehicle operates. Remember, if you've watched my videos, you've seen other ones where there's some cars that go over, say, 66 psi, 88 psi, 100 psi on the high side, and it just stays there steady. Some of them lope a little bit. All vehicle manufacturers are a little different. You cannot rely on vehicle manufacturers to be all the same. And did I put, no I didn't. Let's see what the duct temperature is. So here's the temperature I'm gonna stick in the duct temperature right there. So let's go put that in. There we go. So now we're going to be taking the temperature. And that is slowly going down. Data log this over time. As you can see, the time is down here, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and it'll just keep going like that. And this will all be recorded and goes on to customers' receipt. we go, over time. So under these ambient operating conditions, under this ambient temperature, no sun load on the cabin, it's a black car with black interior. So you know how hot the interior of this car would be on a hot summer day. It'd be 160 degrees in there on a really hot summer day. And you would not see the cycling. You would see higher low side, higher high sides, and you'd see them more steady because it would not cycle, because it would be under a load and it would never satisfy the load depending on the ambient conditions. And so you would see more straight lines instead of this rapid up and down line because it's satisfying so fast. All right guys, let's get off to the next video for tomorrow. And that's it on this one. Remember, one of the best leak detectors for liquid leak detectors, the True Blue. This has been the best one for liquid that I've found so far over the years. You have your sensor kit from and you have wireless transducers. You've seen that in videos where you don't have to use gauges. You could just use these for your pressures right here, just wire transducers. Here's your temperature sensors for your refrigerant liquid lines. And then you have your wireless temperature sensors, one for out here and one for under the dash. And if you have a rear air conditioning system, you have more probes to hook onto your liquid line and your suction line going to your rear evaporator, and another temperature to take your rear evaporator temperature all at the same time and record it for your customer. And don't forget, the UV Beast is my first recommended UV light for looking for leaks. And actually, if I put it right here and then show you my glove, you can see my glove in the light and then see how green it is because I have dye all over my hands. And that's what it looks like out in the light. Nothing like that. All right, I'll see you guys. And we have a normal operating vehicle for these ambient conditions. See you on the next one.